How's everyone doing? I'm back here again for a new video, and in this video I thought I would do a new movie and collectible room update tour video. It's been a while since I've done a video showing off the process that we've made in this room. Now, for those of you who didn't see my last video, I moved all of my shelves with all of my collectibles out of my bedroom and moved them into my movie room. So now they're almost all set up in here. I am still missing a few of the shelves. I don't know why, but for some reason when we were putting them together, we ended up having 3 shelves left over, so there are 3 shelves that's missing from the shelves that are set up. You know, I still have stuff that I still need to put those shelves. I need those shelves because I still have stuff laying in the guest room on the floor, and I just don't have space for them until we get the shelves. I'm not really sure exactly how we had them set up the first time, but just somehow we're missing 3 shelves, so they're just laying here on the floor. So it's not how I want it yet. It's getting there though. But as soon as I get the 3 extra shelves, and as soon as I want to get another wooden shelf in here and put against, well, I'll show you guys in a second. But anyway, guys, I decided to do a new updated video just showing you guys my movie and collectible room. I do want to say, if I sound a little bit stuffy, it's because I am. So if you guys can't really hear me right now, it's because, you know, going from, you know, hot weather to air conditioning, it makes me really stuffy. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start by showing off my horror shelf. And I've actually changed stuff around, and I now have my Halloween collection displayed very well. I really like it, and I'm going to move on to my VHS shelf, and then the shelf behind me, and you know, and then the actual collectible shelves as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So here's what my horror shelf looks like now, and as you guys can see, I have my Halloween collection, and it takes up these first 2. It takes up the first 2 shelves, and then the top right here. So I'll give you guys a close-up. These are just the additions that I have up here. I used to have my entire Halloween collection on the top right here, but there were a few certain additions that I was worried was gonna fall off, and so right now I just have my Halloween complete collection box set, as well as the Halloween 4K, and all the releases that I own of the first Halloween are up here. Like, I got my 2 media books, my steelbook, my DVD copies. This DVD set right here is actually new. I didn't recently get it. I just haven't shown it off, but I got it a few months back on eBay, and I will be doing a video on it. It's a nice set, but the only issue is that the DVD and the book that came in it is not the DVD and the book that comes in that particular set. So that's why I never did a video showing it off, but I still plan on doing it eventually. And then right here I just have my Michael Myers Pop vinyl sitting right here. So yeah, I think that looks very, very nice. You know, it's having all the different editions that I own of the first Halloween on Blu-ray and DVD, and then my, you know, complete collection box set, and then my little Michael Myers Pop vinyl. And then moving on right here, sorry about the glare, but I have my 2 Japanese VHS tapes of Halloween. And then right here I have my Movie Maniacs figure of Michael right here. Sorry about the glare. Once again, I know it's, you know, but I've already done videos showing off, you know, everything in here, so, but, well, you know, like I've done a separate video showing off that and all my different editions, so. And then right here I have a little Halloween 2 section. I have the 4-disc limited edition German media book, and then I have the hardbox, German hardbox. And then right here is this Spencer's Gifts exclusive Michael, but I actually think he's based more after Halloween 2 because he does have bullet holes in him. He has the 6 bullet holes in his chest, and his hands are bloody. So I've always thought that he resembled Michael from Halloween 2, you know, because of the bullet holes more than the original Halloween, even though I think that on the box for the doll it just says Halloween. But anyway, I think that looks really, really good. I do have a little space right here, and that's because I want to get my Dick Warlock autographed. I want to get that framed and set it up here and put it in a picture frame. I think that will look really nice you know, right in between the media book and the hard box. So that is the top shelf of my horror collection. And then I'll move down here to the rest of my Halloween collection. First, right here, I want to show I got this little Michael Myers the Reaction figure. I have him set up right there. I wanted to incorporate some of my collectibles in with my actual movie shelf, so I have him set up right here. And then these are all my editions of Halloween 2, and these are some of the releases that I was worried would get knocked off if I put them on the top shelf, like my Halloween 2 German metal pack, and then the Halloween 2 and 3 Scream Factory Steelbooks. You know, I was worried that if I put them at the top, they would fall off. You know, at least this way they're actually leaning against the wall, or not the wall. Yeah, actually the wall instead of, you know, being up there. Not the wall. The back of the shelf. Excuse me. Because the ones up here are just sort of standing up here, you know. So I was kind of worried that they would fall. Like my Halloween 4 metal pack has fallen over and it's actually damaged, which is kind of you know, it's not too bad. There's just a little mark on the top of it. It is kind of disappointing though because I got it brand new. But here's just the rest. You know, all the different releases I have at Halloween 4, 5, you know, H2O, Resurrection, and then the new film. And then right here I have my tickets for when I went to go see Halloween. So yeah, I thought it was nice having them laying right here. Then I'll move on to the VHS shelf. And again, I've got a couple of other little collectibles. Like I have my Michael Myers bobblehead right there. And then there's the media release of Halloween. And then the rest of the shelf are all the different VHS releases of all the Halloween films. And then right here, I just have a little Michael Myers shot glass. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Now the rest of the shelf, I actually have not changed too much. You know, I still have my Scream Factories there, my Evil Dead collections there. I have all my horror Blu-ray box sets and steelbooks right there. Era Video, and then starting right here is the actual, you know, regular Blu-rays. I do have the Zombie 3-disc limited edition Blu-ray from Blue Underground right there, and then I have my 2 Vestron Collector Series right there. But other than that, everything else on my main horror shelf is the same. You know, the last 2 shelves just have DVDs, and there's plenty of space for me to put Blu-rays in front of the DVDs. I do have these just sort of sitting here. I have my sealed copy of Terminator 2 that I got from my friend Justin on VHS, and I've got the Godfather 6 VHS set that my mom found at Goodwill, which is pretty cool, and they're all sealed in the box. So yeah, so that's it for my main horror shelf. Now over here, I have shown this off again, but I'll just show it off. These are all of my horror VHSs. I have all my big boxes in the first 2 shelves. I got clamshells. I've got a couple of tapes I want to show off, like my sealed Child's Play right there, and then Blood Splash, one of the more rare tapes that I own. These right here are all my Anchor Bay clamshells. The Midnight Hour, definitely the rarest one I own and my favorite. I have 2 of those now. Then down here, just some more tapes that I just want to display, and of course there's tapes behind them. And then down again, and these right here are all my media tapes. And then, like I said, behind them are all VHS. And then behind my horror big boxes are my non-horror big box VHSs. And then the top shelf, those are my small clamshell collection. I know I don't have a very large VHS collection, but I'm always getting more, and I do plan on, you know, I do want this collection to expand, but other than that, you know, it's the same as it's always been. So now right here, these are all my vinyl and my music concert DVDs. I have them on this shelf. They've been on the same shelf. They were against this wall right here, but we moved them over to right here, so now they're in front of my closet door. But here are all my vinyls, and then here's my Rush DVD collection. And then I just have a Rush Exit Stage Left, that is the reissue vinyl displayed, and then I have A Show of Hands, which is an original. Two absolutely amazing live albums, and two of my favorite live albums by Rush, one of my favorite bands. And this right here is actually a doll that my dad was going to use, because he was actually going to make an entire model of Neil Peart, the drummer of Rush, for those of you who don't know. He was going to make a model of his drum set, and he was trying to give it to him. The thing about Neil Peart, he's a very a shy person and a very private person, so he doesn't really meet fans. My dad did get in contact with his drum tech, and his drum tech basically said, you know, he doesn't meet with people or anything, so he unfortunately was unable to finish the model and give it to him. But you know, I got the doll that he was going to use that I think looks a lot like Neil Peart. But other than that, the rest of it is the same. Alright, and now here are the actual shelves. And as you can see, they do take up a lot of space, but they're not, you know, like I said, they're not the same. I don't have my Chucky, Tiffany, and Glinda dolls. I don't have any of my Family Guy stuff. This is most of my horror stuff, and then my Wizard of Oz stuff. I do think I'm going to do a separate video, sort of going shelf by shelf, when everything's done. Right now, everything's not finished, so I really don't want to, but I do have my Halloween stuff on these two shelves right here. There's my Dick Warlock autograph in there. And then I do have some of my bigger figures set up. Hellraiser, my Freddy figure which fell over, and then more, you know, Freddy Krueger and Jason figures, and you know, just stuff. And this is just kind of random stuff sort of sitting around. Oh, unfortunately, one of my Freddy figures, he fell off and his head broke off. Unfortunately, he was my first Freddy figure that I have. He was a Movie Maniacs figure. As you can see, he also lost all the knives on his glove, but that actually happened years back, because you know, when I took him out of the box and I wasn't careful enough with him, so he was already damaged. But I just hate that he lost his head. But anyway, here's some Carolina Rebellion stuff when I went there. There's that set right there. Got the Tall Man, got Blade, the Headless Horseman, and a couple of cozies. And then over here, my Jaws stuff. And then that right there is a stack of laser discs and a few plates. And right here, these are my Movie Maniacs figures, which I do plan on displaying. I'm actually planning on, this is what I plan on doing. Now, I've shown off this shelf before. This shelf has all my, sorry about the big glare. Let me see if I can, hold on one sec. This is kind of a tight squeeze, but let me see if I can't. That might make it better. Makes it a little bit better, but anyway, this shelf I've always had my box sets on. All my Blu-ray and DVD box sets, my Steelbooks, Digibooks, and then my Criterions. Well, what I'm planning on doing is I'm actually planning on getting another shelf and putting it on this wall right here, and then moving everything on this shelf over to the shelf I put on that wall. And then I plan on, sorry, I don't know why the light's doing that. And then I plan on putting all my Movie Maniacs figures onto this shelf. That's just my plan right now. I don't know how long that's going to take or whenever. Once I get a new shelf, because I do plan on putting stuff, I do plan on moving all this and putting it over, because I want to have all these. These are all my non-horror Steelbooks and Digibooks and stuff. And so I want to have those over with my non-horror movies, which are over here. And so I do plan on putting a shelf on this wall. Right now I have this small shelf that just has my music, like my CDs and some concert DVDs, and then my Guns N' Roses stuff right here, my favorite band. I do plan on moving these over into my bedroom and getting a taller shelf for these. But as of right now, they're right here. Right here, this is just an old wooden shelf that I got from a yard sale. I got two of them, and they're just not really good shelves. The people who put them up actually built them upside down, and yeah, so there's just kind of sitting here. This is just a bag of stuff that I plan on either given to Goodwill or going down to maybe cash conversion and maybe getting a few dollars for them. There's really nothing anything crazy or special in there or anything. They're just some VHS and DVDs of movies that I've already upgraded. I think the only thing that's really worth something in there, as far as like worth a bit of money, is the Arrow video release, Blu-ray release of The Beast. That just wasn't my kind of movie, and so I do plan on hopefully going down to Cash Converge or something and seeing if I can get some. I know some people will say put it on eBay or whatever, but I would rather just try to give it away locally. Now right here, these are the 3 shelves that need to eventually go in here somehow. I'm not really sure how, but they're just laying right here, so I'm hoping, eventually I'll be able to get those. Underneath here is just a box of magazines and stuff, like my horror magazines and skateboarding magazines and stuff like that. So now on top of here, most of these are all the Scream Factory posters that I got for my pre-orders, like my Candyman pre-order and my Halloween 2 and 3 Steelbook pre-orders and stuff like that. They're all in these boxes. And what I plan on doing is that now that I have extra space in my bedroom, I do plan on framing some of these posters and putting them up. I have so many posters to frame up that I don't think I'll be able to put them all up, but I do plan on framing a few of those and putting them up on my wall. And then right up here is my cardboard cutout of Freddy Krueger, which I've talked about. And then this right here is actually a poster for one of my dad's bands, Diesel Town, that he was in. That's my dad right there. And yeah, this was just them advertising a show that they were doing. Yeah, he was really into this band, and he wished it had lasted longer, and I do too, because he really enjoyed playing with the guys. But that is a poster of one of the bands that he was in. There were a few other bands that he was in. They never really worked out. I think this was the only band that he really wanted to see go and start playing, local shows and stuff. Right here is just kind of a bag of empty DVD cases. And then I also have this metal tin of a band called Him, which I really like. This is advertising their summer tour. I never saw them live, but I remember getting this I think I got it at Myrtle Beach. I think it's kind of a random thing to get from Myrtle Beach, but at that point I was really big into Him. Now this is some cardboard that we've actually taped to the back of the shelves to block the window. As you can see right here, we have cardboard back here, and the reason why we have it up is because we wanted to block the sun from coming in through this window, because we didn't want any of my stuff to get faded from the sun. And since it was sitting so close to the window, we couldn't put up curtains or anything, so we just taped some cardboard to the back of the shelves. So yeah, we just kind of rigged it basically. What else? Oh, this is a ghost that we always sit outside on Halloween, and we usually put it downstairs in the basement. I've shown this off in videos that I've done around Halloween, where I've shown off all of our Halloween decorations, and yeah, we just haven't put him downstairs, but I really like him. I think he really captures Halloween. He's a ghost, but he's got sort of a smiling face and the jack-o'-lantern there. I just really like him. So, I don't mind keeping him up here. And then these are just a few of my posters that I do plan on eventually getting up on the wall. I'm not going to show them all off. But, yeah, now that I have extra space in my bedroom, I'll be able to do that. These right here are all CDs that Justin gave me. If you guys saw my video, A Big Box of Movies and Music from Justin, these were all CDs from a band that he really likes. They're called Starflyer 69, I think is what they're called. No, Starflyer 69. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. It's either Starflyer or High Flyer 69, I think. But they're a band that he thinks that I'd really enjoy. And now the last right here is the regular, non-horror movie shelf. I haven't done too many changes. I have done some changes to my Home Alone section, which is still the top 2 shelves. But first, right here, I've shown this off before, but I do have the Home Alone, the Mondo vinyl on red and green vinyl. Very, very cool. I've done an unboxing of that. Then I have my Home Alone Japanese Laserdisc. This is the 25th anniversary NECA Kevin McAllister figure right here. Got my Home Alone 2 Japanese Laserdisc. These are all right here, the different editions of the movie that I own, or of the movies. Then I have my 3 bobbleheads of Kevin, Harry, and Marv. All 3 of those are limited editions. There's a clamshell VHS of Home Alone. And then I have the soundtrack on CD and a Home Alone Christmas CD. And then this is where I have the novelization, which I've shown off in a previous video. I just have it sitting right here. And then there's just a few other books, like this book right here, based on the movie. And then behind it is a book about Macaulay Culkin. So that's it for that shelf. This shelf is the same right here. And then I added the Laserdisc, the Japanese Laserdisc of My Girl to my My Girl shelf. I really wanted to display this nice. I wanted to have like all the different, like I had the cassette of the soundtrack right here. I had my sealed VHS of My Girl, my childhood copy. And then I have just a Laserdisc sort of right here in the middle. And then there's the My Girl DVD, the Blu-ray, and then my copies of My Girl 2, and then the books and the double feature, My Girl 1 and 2. And I think it looks really nice just sitting right here in the middle. As far as the rest, everything else is, I want to say everything else is the same. I don't think I've really changed anything. So, But, yeah, guys, it's getting there. Like I said, I don't know exactly how we used to have it set up in my bedroom, because we've had it set up the same for so long that I forgot how we had it all set up, because I still have, like I said, my Chucky, Tiffany, and Glinda dolls. I need to get those up, and I need to get my Family Guy stuff, and there's just a few other stuff, so I don't know how we managed to not use 3 shelves. Hoping we'll have enough space for them, but, I think we will. But as of right now, I think it looks good. I really like that you can just go all the way around the room. Like you can start like right here at the door, go all the way around. You got movies, music, you got collectibles and stuff, and you just have something everywhere. Like I said, it's not complete, but, I just like being surrounded, by movies and collectibles and just everything that I love. I love being surrounded by it in this room. Like I said, it's not done yet, but I think that we've made some good progress, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it all. And I will do a video, of course, when everything gets done. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry that it was kind of, the lighting in here isn't very good. I only have one window in here now because, like I said, the other window behind the shelves are covered up by cardboard, so I only have one window in here, so I have limited light, and my ceiling fan light doesn't do very well. It lets out some light, but it's not too bright. But yeah, guys, I'm looking forward to it. Also, sorry if I'm kind of stumbling on words and stuff. I stayed up late last night, and like I said, my nose is just all stuffed up. But yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to all of you guys for subscribing. Let me know what you guys think about, my movie room and how I have everything set up. I really appreciate hearing your feedback. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure you guys like it. Really hope you guys do. But let me know. Anyway, guys, I'm sweating, so I'm going to get out of this room. I only have a ceiling fan on, like I said, in here, so yeah, it's getting hot in here. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. As always, if you guys want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or join my movie collecting Facebook group, links to those are always down in the description below. And hope you guys have a great Sunday.